Hello beautiful humans, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I really want to talk about emotions. Why is it so difficult for someone to express, for someone to fully show themselves? And as I'm speaking to people, as I am conversing with others that are not maybe in the field of emotions, or they're not really in the same area that I'm in. Maybe they're not someone who understands emotions the way that I have awareness around it. What most people struggle with is their way to come back to wholeness. What does wholeness even mean, right? So many of us women struggle to keep ourselves in tune with what we're feeling, because maybe at a young age we have suppressed a lot of the emotions, or maybe we suppress the emotions like maybe sadness, maybe anger. Maybe we've been told that it's not healthy to express it. But think of it that way: when you're not allowing something to come through you, to let it itself be and show itself, you are suppressing a very, very, very important emotion. And what happens with that suppression is you end up storing that in your nervous system, right? And then you end up asking, well, why am I feeling this way? Why am I feeling agitation right now? Why am I struggling to express myself? Why do I feel tightness in some areas of my body? Is because there are emotions that haven't been seen, haven't been validated, haven't been expressed and shown. And the way to go about expressing it is to let it out. And what does that mean? Some people find it hard to let go. Some people find it hard to, sit with themselves for 5 quiet moments and to really tune into what's happening. So with the conversations I'm having with women and the clients that I'm serving, I'm seeing that there's judgment towards feeling certain emotions. And there was, studies showing that the more you're suppressing an emotion, the more you are pushing away parts of you that needs to be expressed, right? When we don't express, we end up suppressing. What that suppression does to our body is it becomes stored in our nervous system, and it can come out through sickness. Your body might not feel safe around people. You find it hard to trust others and yourself. You find it hard to, stick to tasks, for example, and maybe you procrastinate or sabotage your growth. Because there's this underlying belief about yourself that, feeling certain emotion is not healthy, or maybe you have seen it being played out in your caregiver's house, your parents' house, and you didn't give yourself permission to be that. And you're still cocooned in that child. And you think you always have to be that, and that you cannot be anything else. You always have to play small and suppress and conform to society's rules, what they want you to do. And the question here is how long you're willing to do that for. And in order for us to feel, in order for us to heal, in order for us to really have compassion with ourselves, is to ask, where did that feeling come from? Can I sit with that feeling? What is it telling me? What parts of me am I feeling heaviness? Which parts in my body do I feel heavy? And, can I allow it to be? Can I allow it to come forth? Can I allow it to express itself? Sometimes it even communicates to you. Sometimes it says, Like, hey, I really need 5 minutes of rest at the moment, and I feel like you're not giving me that chance to. So it's looking at the emotions as people. You know, that movie of Inside Out, how they talk about, they represent different emotions in that character, and it's not about suppressing or pushing that emotion just through the side. It's just letting it express, letting it take through, and knowing that we as humans are allowed to express and feel every single emotion in a healthy way. Because, you know, some people have learned that maybe expressing anger is bad is because it has been modeled in a very negative way, or maybe in ways that are not going to, you know, help you see the emotion as a natural way, a natural thing to do. But if maybe anger was modeled badly, that when you see your parents angry or yelling at each other, you would say then anger is bad because I hear loud noises, and loud noises make me feel anxious, and whatever reasons you have attached, or whatever meanings you have attached to the emotions, it's changing the meaning and seeing when that event and when did it start. So a model that would really help you reflect is to just put your journal in front of you, or, you know, write down a piece of paper. What sort of emotions are you suppressing, and how is that playing out in your life in the moment? How is that emotion taking control of your life, you know, or is it the other way around, right? When we are feeling fully in our emotion, we are sitting in that emotion and being present in it without judging it, is when it can come out, is when you can let it go, right? And when you think of it as a character or as a person inside of you, it probably needs your validation, it needs your approval, it needs your acceptance, it needs your love. Where in your life you're not giving yourself that love, that validation, that you know, that attention that you're not giving to yourself, but you're always seeking for other people, and you're always running and going for people to actually give you that dopamine, that feeling. So I want you to sit with yourself and reflect on that, and know how it's playing out in your life and the roles you're having in your life. And if perhaps anything you're trying to understand, having a bit of curiosity, I invite you to have curiosity. I invite you to have that spaceness, that spaciousness and allowance. When you have those, that's when you heal, and, you know, try to have understanding, try to have compassion, try to seek for help, try to understand your emotions better than just judging it and being like it's bad or negative. Because in reality, every emotion is the same, coming from the same place, but it's a different sensation, has a different story, has its own place to express. So I guess that, you know, to conclude this video, where in your life you're suppressing your emotions, and what does it feel like to not suppress your emotions? What if you were to be open? What if you were to look at life as a lesson, that every situation in your life is trying to present to you something, that is showing you something? It's very subtle, but in order for us to see that subtleness, you need to be still and silent with yourself. But if you're escaping and running away from the reality inside of you, you wouldn't really be happy with the person that you are right now. We need to understand, what's that escapism doing? What are you running away from? What's so bad about sitting with yourself and reflecting on that and seeing where any childhood patterns are playing out in your adult body? Even if we grow, we're still children. in order for us to heal, you need to see and feel and understand. With escapism, nothing works. That's why so many people have addictions, because they're afraid to look within and they blame others for what they're feeling. The biggest thing is to take responsibility for how you're feeling and deciding that you no longer want to live this life and change the way that you feel and think and act. It's a decision, but it's your courage to look within. When you have that courage, your possibilities are endless. So much things to do in life when you're open. When you're open, my dear friends, and there's nothing you're holding back, there's nothing that you are holding grudges against, or people you have resentment from. With forgiveness, love, you are able to express, able to forgive, to sit in grace. And if, all the women who are listening to me, you're just not meant to be perfect. No one is perfect. And this is not some motivation to keep you going, but it's a truth and a reality that you need you to see. And I invite you to look within. If you're looking for answers outside of you, it's never going to come. It's always something that you create within you. It's an experience. And at the end, you're responsible for your actions. And in order for you to change, you need to look within. You need to have the courage to look within. And I don't think courage is something that someone gives you or that nobody has. It's our willingness to explore that courage and bravery. And how much are you willing to go deep? So that's something I want you to take from the video. And I really hope this was helpful. It's a short video, and I tried to provide value as much as I can without having the perfect setting, as you can see, just in my room. And it doesn't need to be. All that matters is that you're listening to this and that you're deciding to change, and knowing that you're in good hands. And I trust that you're watching this because you're in the same place of growth, same place of everybody else that wants to heal, because I was in the same position. I used to watch videos and learn about myself, and now that I've learned all this, I'm passing it on to you. All right. Live with love, live in truth, and I will talk to you guys in another video. Ciao.